with these guys. Oh, big moment for one of the shell cars.
Bang.
That's contact.
If there's anything feeling wrong mechanically wise.
Wow. It's pretty even damage.
So,
he lost the car before the apex. And it's...
Well, that might turn it, but just lost the rear.
Was unweighted in that zone. It's hard to explain because the elevation change, it makes it over the hill very nervous.
Well, Murray's corner. So people pushing hard. He's the fastest man at the moment. Justin. Here's the replay of Whincup just bogging it on the outside. Very easily. Problem here for James Golding.
Tense, isn't it? Here it is. Bang. This is where Greg Murphy went in. And actually, it's almost exactly the same as the Greg Murphy crash in the HRT car. Very, very similar. Cat, is that Percat in the car?
Okay,
It spun around. So this is a little moment for Nick at the comes. So this is the braking area in the S's. He's got a tank slapper at the left-hander. He then can't stop. He's two. That's the tank slapper. He's sideways from the left, sideways to the right. Wheels locked, stays off the fence. No, just bumps the fence, and that's what turns him around. So that's actually a great save. What's this? Wheels locked, just bumps it. And that has actually ended up in...
Ooh, and no giving that confidence he can to stop a major happening. And so he's
did, and Shane Van Gisbergen 3 times. Check this out, Courtney here at the Dipper. So he bumped the fence on the right lounge, and we were staggered by how far he went through the sand trap here. Now, I've never seen a car down there.
A fully repaired Volvo, but he threatened its existence once again over the top of the...
4 seconds faster than the next car on the second lap. And if you think these guys aren't trying, there's young Cam Waters off the road.
That's how do we chase the ever-evolving racetrack?
Well, he knows this place like the back of his hand, as we know, and there's no time.
Everson, he'll be sharing with Jono Webb. Little mistake that we picked up. Chaz Mostert, no grip on the grass. Harmless 180. Luckily by his teammate, and he didn't tag the fence in the process of the re-emergence of car number 18. Oh, trouble down at turn 1, and that's Rick Kelly and Chris Pither have got into trouble. Oh, he's driven it into the sand. Oh, he locked it up. That's the reason. So Rick has locked a brake violently on the right. And when he puts his foot on the brake up here, the right front just solid lock. Look at the steering wheel snatching. You can see the lock lights coming up at the top of the dash as well. They can't put a wheel on it. It's got
the pads are hanging out.
There was a pad jammed, I thought.
Check this out.
It's a big one.
That is a big one.
It's thrown bits everywhere. And some of them on the road.
It's down the inside. He goes, he's into the side of him. They run into each other. He's blocked out brake. He's going to redress. He's going to redress.
But look at this. Look
no, they're all gone. They're all gone. Tander's off. McLaughlin's off. The redressing.
Sad end to the ball to begin with, the lock-up and the tag of McLaughlin. So that's 2 issues that really Whincup is responsible for that probably does need to be seen. But Whincup
happens is that, so just you see it, they've gone in very fast. In that zone of the track, you know, there's Whincup. Bang, off he goes. Now, Whincup thinks he's by himself, so he's just doing a pure redress of the Scott McLaughlin issue.
And
that's what he's doing. He's just doing a pure redress.
And you have to say it's a horror story to unravel. Big slow-mo.
So that requires a redress. So Jamie.
Yeah, copy that, mate. Just a replay over there. Just like mate.
Whoa, that's a big one. And it's well buried down there, isn't it? Lock the rears, gone. It was out of shape for the majority of the stop.
People Racing Australia, they are ready for both their cars. They've got 2 stacks of tyres, one for 88, one for 97, I'm assuming.
So
Sorry, I shouldn't think, oh, he might grab it. He has. Look at that. Down the safety car. The front of the tucked in behind the cool drive car. and he has whacked the wall. Ended up going down there with way too much pace. I think he's clipped the inside wall. He got the inside. And as soon as you do that, you cannot steer and headlong into the tyre of the wall. Yeah, there's a little crack. We've talked about this a lot. At this stage, bang. He was self-given the number of laps successfully that he's achieved around here for that. Got another car off the road. You're kidding me. Todd Kelly's gone. Ill-informed. So I think car number 22 was involved in this one as well. So it was James Courtney who's had a shot. And zigzag, they're tagging at Forest Elbow. Dick Johnson Racing Team Penske cars have been to the racetrack all day.
A big opportunity. This is not a big opportunity. This is big damage. Brad Glasson has hit the wall at the top.
Not good to see.
Right at the turn-in point, over the curb, up on the grass, around one way, and then it spits back the other way and headbutts the concrete on the right. There it is. Thankfully, though, as Neil mentioned, he's been able to clear the area and remove that. The rest is another angle, just a little bit wide, but that's all it takes.
And he caught it, but he overcorrected. So he had so much steering lock on, it steered around its own front wheels. Steered a little wider than the apex down there, didn't get up on the ramp. And then it's flicked up over the top of the curb, slid on the grass. It's been incredibly wet at Bathurst, a lot of rain, so it's slippery. See, the grass has just flicked the right rear. He's caught it, and as it's picked up grip again, come back onto the racetrack.
It's been here before. Oh no, Hayden Clark. That is at the top of the mountain, right, little
out
wide.
grass.
Out in the grass, sideways, correcting. It's about to spit back. We saw a similar accident here yesterday with Bradley Glasson, who actually went nose into the wall rather than side on.
Later in the day.
We're going to red flag it, Alex. Red flag. Very predicament. It's a blind approach to the dipper, and look here and see how this is all unfolded, and that is heavy.
So I wonder, because he had a big moment and made some contact with the wheel just after the grade over the top of the mountain, something, and then
I wouldn't
had a
be
bit
surprised.
of a failure, yeah.
Would not be surprised. There it is in the background.
Heavy contact. I mean, that concrete doesn't give, and even at slow speed, you really feel that shock.
Hopping through the S's.
He's gone straight ahead. So, and we actually saw the wheel lock up. So,
and then for Leanne, he's bouncing back across.
Yeah. So, strange has happened anyway. He might have. A lot of tyres. There's probably 10 of them in a nice long line there.
Oh boy, heavy collision there. That's Chris Manley and Rainui.
Very lucky not to tip it over in the gravel.
Yeah, that car was up on its side. So
2 spots.
This is another angle of Daniel Rainui, who was up on his side, lucky not to go over, and then lucky not to go over when he got to the gravel trap. Oh boy, he's gone for at least 50 metres on 2 wheels.
That was amazing. I haven't seen that before. It was like an open tyre on that rim, and it looks like it might even have some suspension damage as well, but it's not surprising with the car flying through the air for 50 metres, so...
Oh dear, came back to Smith, tried to go down the inside, wasn't in the gap, and head on in goes the number 20.
Slightly strange one, but you can see he's trying to correct the slide and then overput on the brake and went flying into that wall on the outside.
Cameron Craig locked it up, bounced off the tyre wall, and then hit the concrete.
Which is a bit odd. The cars have ABS, I think, so a little bit of a drama there maybe. The car's getting airborne over the top of the hill.
He just hit that wall on an angle that bounced him into the outside wall.
This is Hunter down the outside.
Boy.
He was lucky not to end up in the gravel.
Kane Baxter Smith did, but had enough momentum to take him all the way to the fence, bounced off, kept...
Great news.
Oh, he was way fast, Rusty. Way fast. Looking at that shot. Quick.
Like it is squared. One of the Kostecki boys has got, that's Kurt Kostecki's gone off, and...
Oh, that's at the top. So, McPhillamy, he's gone straight ahead.
Got light over the top, didn't it? Awkward, and he wasn't able to get it turned.
Is it just because he got light there, Rusty? It was bizarre.
Scotty McLaughlin, walk us through this.
Obviously, just a little bit of dirty air, trying to get too eager on the throttle there, trying to get a run, and yeah, it's a big hit. That's going to put him out for the day. So he's hit that wall before this weekend as well. So, yeah.
Advice-wise, have you and the team been offering him? Down in 17th position at the moment. Let's have a little look on the replay here as Matt Charter gets loose at the chase and ultimately has contact with Chelsea Angelo. Jace, welcome to you. You can get straight into it. What's your take?
I mean, these guys aren't really treating it like a 250-kilometre race like you'd expect. And challenge, well, here we go. There's the safety car that Tim was just talking about. It sounded like someone else was having.
So he's with Paul. And
that's a big hit. Oh, that was a very big hit head on.
It's like the double pinball, wasn't it? The moment it got up on the curbing, it was all off the ideal line. Oh, that's big. Look at the air and the attitude the car got before it finally ricochets off to the right into the wall. This is where it sort of all started by unsettling the car, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's got line and, you know, you're scrambling when you got one. You know, you sort of set him on there, pretty head on.
And it looks brutal. Round goes Marjoram, and I think Josh Keen's involved in that too.
So, not sure what's going to happen there.
So Keen, deep under brakes, makes contact, and around goes Marjoram.
Lipsel, you know, I think with a front row start, and you know, he's certainly very exciting to watch, and you know, has a real.
We need to get that car shut down really fast. Some dramas here for Matt Palmer.
He's smacked the wall and opened up Matt Palmer but he's continued on across the top. Well, that's not a small hit. We did a burst in the flames. Instantaneously. Wow. He'd gone into Reed Park and just missed his turn-in point, drifted wide. Plenty of cars have been in there before.
Yeah, no harm done really. Still got the splitter on. You can see they're just right on board.
It's nice and smooth. You don't want the car to be spin up ahead of Smolin. You could see it out of the windscreen of Tony Bates. Oh, whoa.
He was actually...
Was he thinking about maybe going up the inside of Stephen Grove and then bailed out at the last second? Well, that'll be...
That's over Skyline, and we'll see here in a replay.
Oh,
he hit that so hard.
Wow. That was a long way off the line. It'll make it very difficult to get out of this car, pinned up against the wall like that, Junior. Ride with a rear off down at the chase.
So Alex Davison has done a personal best earlier, so massive crash with Longhurst.
I was just about to say, the one thing we don't want to see is a red flag. That is not how Tony Longhurst, of knowing what it's like to crash one in such a fast part of the racetrack
way too quick.
Got the inside curve.
Massive hit.
It'll take anyone out. Man. Welcome back to Mount Panorama.
Carried way too much speed over there.
Well, it crashed that big, I'd be surprised. The awkward moment here for Matt Campbell. Trying to pick his way through. He's okay. He's over on the left-hand side. No.
Matty had
not how he was wanting to do it. Watch the top of the frame here in the Cooper's Dipper replay.
There's damage on that left rear of Danny Studdett's car.
Wow.
And up the inside.
Oh, no.
Smolin makes that mistake. He wasn't... Yes, it was not for the championship. He's just an invited driver for the weekend, so... Tony Bates, you can see him come past here on the right-hand.
Chase, it's Cam Crawford in the Falcon hardtop.
Might tell the story a bit more as he roared his way through the chase and decided to take towards the grass, which is very, very soggy on the outskirts there.
There's a fine example of that.
Yeah, no grip at all.
Good job to keep it out of the...
Fishing around right now, getting a feel for it. It's off the track is Keith Kasulki, returning back and lucky to save the number 52 right there.
Spread throughout the group as the big XD Falcon has some dramas.
Here, who's this? McPhillamy's the place to be seen today. Peter Ward. Telling him his Barbera's moment. First hot lap for the weekend. Let's send it out wide over McPhillamy.
Okay, that's why he was where he was. That explains that.
Field over the top of Skyline. There's just no place quite like it as the leader of the points heads off to the grass. It's one of the few areas where you can make a mistake. Down at turn 2. Oh, that was actually quite a hit.
for Terry Nightingale, the Nightingale at the mountain. And he is very lucky that that wasn't
Blundstone Benz already. We've seen excitement across the top. Let's start to heat it up. And oh no, this is under yellow too.
Oh no. Oh no, this will be why it's McLeod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Jared McLeod.
And he had a huge moment there at the 12 hour. When a tyre at the top of Reed Park, I wonder. Well, there's your answer.
Yep. There's a lot of us that have done that over the years, so.
Watch out, Craig. It's Jeremy Gray who's made the move over to be part of the...
Locked the rears on the downshift? No, lost it early.
Tried to power out, didn't he?
Yeah, but he did the smart thing, yeah, rolled out.
Forwards.
Go, keep going.
Keep it pinned, Craig.
Get a bit tight.
Oh. Whoa. That is a serious head of steam. Points for trying.
What he needed to do was nail it from that point on.
He would have raced here last year in the Aussie racing. Todzani now, he had one earlier today as well in that same sand trap at the chase. Oh, he's done a good job keeping that one out of the sand.
Up, yeah. Bit of a downshift, misshift there on, or didn't line up the revs with the gear shift. Yeah, Hansford just finding the limit over Skyline and took the safe option. And we can't see the left-hand side. The right-hand side looks mint, but...
he's carrying a lot of heat down here. Hang on to it, Terry. Play with this, did he?
I don't know.
No.
No, he bang. There you go, right front, got it.
Right in front of the championship leader as well.
They're pretty likely I'll be able to get that out for tomorrow, but...
I like his theory. Smash the gas pedal. You're sideways, I'll just power out. That is the exact same crash that Murphy and Ambrose had. Yeah. Identical.
Pretty much. It's one of those corners, you're blindsided inside, but it's one of those corners, first lap, it was a big impact. Oh, he got a bit of a touch from the rear as well.
Danny Bazadzik in the fence. The Western General Bodyworks
just
Ford.
kissed the wall.
Oh, he's not alone. That is a real show. There's lockups in the background. Whoa, he had a stuck throttle maybe. That's Nightingale following him behind him. The crash has already happened up the road here.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my goodness me. Oh, he's had a head-on with the concrete fence.
So these are separate incidents, so whether...
Watch the onboard from Jared McLeod's crash here. Locks up the tyres, takes the grass, and was just a passenger into the fence. Oh!
That's the second time I've seen that, and I still cringe just before he hits the wall. A couple of cars behind.
Yeah, this is Terry Nightingale following him. Watch him hit the wall. Oh, sickening hit. And Bazadzik going around. It's pretty epic. I'll push him right up the middle. You cannot get closer than that. 7 cars all on top of each other. And that was inevitable. They were never going to get through there. Hanson's caught up in it. Fisher in the fence. He's got a guy right up behind his tailgate.
I would actually put a little bit towards him on that one. He actually sort of squeezed the car on the outside. So hard down there into turn 2. Would have thought he was all, he held his line.
Let's just listen to this, Dino. Wow.
Yeah.
These this weekend, he's doing a very good job, Bruce Oakless. He saw it all, didn't he? Oh, no.
Lock up.
He's driving into a war zone up there at Blundstone.